Thank you for staying with us. The hashtag is Citizen Daybreak on X. The SMS code is 22422 at Citizen TV Kenya and at Ayub Abdikadir. With me in the studio now, Caroline Ndongo from Jubilee Holdings. Good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely having you here on the broadcast.
Thank you for having
Looking
us.
lovely.
Thank you.
And about to get into business about what we're going to be talking about. Desmond Momanyi on my immediate right is the race organizer. The organizer of the Grand Nairobi Bike Race. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time.
Asante.
A lot to talk through, and your partnership is key, per the understanding I have. First, to begin with you, Caroline, and talk to us about the... There's a bike here, the Live Free bike race, that is, and the partnership you have had for quite some time now. And this culminating with the Grand Nairobi Bike Race, how important is it?
So thank you, Ayub, for having us and for giving us this opportunity to talk up this race. This partnership that we forged with Grand Nairobi Bike Race started in 2022, August. Yeah. It was born of a desire by Jubilee Insurance to get involved in the sponsorship of a sport which actually is aligned with our purpose. So as you can see, Live Free is what our tagline is. And this year we've also brought up the brand campaign saying that there's living and there's living free. And actually the sport is one that aligns very well with our goals. So at a high level, we start with the physical. Physical wellness is one thing that we as a business prioritize. I have to use this word, prophylactic. You know, they say, I promised myself that I would. So essentially,
would you mind?
So prophylactic treatments is a way of ensuring that you do not get sick. So what you do ahead of, before you get sick, what are the things that you can do? So you can take certain treatments, or you can adopt a certain lifestyle, which is an active lifestyle that enables you to, get fit, be well, beat all the, diseases around hypertension, mental stress, etc. So that's something that we take very seriously at Jubilee. And so this race fits in very well because cycling, as we all know, is fantastic on various levels. It's outdoor, there's lots of oxygen, lots of fresh air that you get. You also have the physical exertion that it actually gives you. So again, it works very well in terms of physical fitness. Yeah. And yes, then of course, because it draws certain big audiences across the spectrum, it also enables us to bring our brand offerings to life. So financial wellness is something that we should also take seriously, and that is now something that we also amplify as a result of this race. So we use this race to bring to life our brand purpose and bring to life our offerings in order to enable people to live free.
Desmond, and before we talk about the organization aspect and the degree to which you have gone to draw participants from as far as Eritrea, as far as Ethiopia, talk to us about the benefits of this race and how you have put in effort to organize it.
I usually start by saying a very big thank you to Jubilee for this sponsorship. The partnership started in 2022. The Grand Nairobi Bike Race was there from 2019. That was the initial. Race. That was the inaugural race, and very, very quickly it has grown to become a regional race. As we'd like to put it, it has become the annual migration of cyclists. So this is another one of the world we want to bring to Kenya. Now, what has happened is when we teamed up, the cycling had not grown in leaps and bounds as it has right now. And thanks to the sponsorship, of course, now we are having more than 1,600 cyclists currently as the registrations are still ongoing. And this has never happened in Kenya before. So where you have more than 1,600 cyclists on Kenyan streets has never been done. So preparations for this are very, very high in gear. We have partners with the Kenya Police, with the Kenyan Urban Roads Authority, thanks to whom such organization then becomes very seamless. We have participants coming from all over East Africa. Last year we had representation from 21 nations. across the globe.
All coming
someone
from Nairobi.
flew in from South Africa, someone came in from Germany, you know, Rwanda sent a team, Burundi sent a team, Congo sent a team, you know. So this is the highlight of the cycling calendar, I'd say, in Africa, okay? So preparations for this, as I've said, are very, very in high gear. And we hope to, thanks to Jubilee's partnership, we hope to increase and to make this race even bigger.
So what distance are we looking at?
Now, this is, we'll be doing a loop around Nairobi. Okay. We'll be starting from Nyayo National Stadium.
Start point, Nyayo National Stadium.
Nyayo National Stadium. That's where now we'll have our race village. That's where we'll have all the exhibitions, all that will be happening. Then up Bunyala into Lower Hill, Haile Selassie, all the way up Langata Road, and then do a U-turn at Ulinzi and back. Now that is about 14.5 kilometers, and that will be for the main race. But you can't come all the way from Congo to 14.5 kilometers.
Yes.
So what we're saying is it's a bit of a challenge, okay? So for the main racers, they'll be doing 4 of those loops.
4 of those,
that's about 60 kilometers.
Yeah,
that's
so
about
that's
60 kilometers.
56 point plus, so that's roughly 60 kilometers.
60 kilometers,
Okay, and
thereabout.
I'm interested, so we'll talk about that.
We will talk about that. Yes.
Yes, Caroline.
Yes.
How does this then blend of physical exercise? I mean, bicycle is, when you cycle, it's more or less you're engaging the entire body.
Yes.
Including the mind, because sense of vision, direction, and then the limbs that are in action, the muscles that move.
Yeah.
As an insurance, then how does this blend into acting as a preventive mechanism for people to live free, as is the title that you go by?
Yes. So as I said, back to my famous word, prophylactic, that's exactly what we're trying to do, to make sure that you do not get sick. So prevention is better than cure, and therefore the racing and the cycling is what we are promoting in terms of getting people to get going. But I think beyond the physical wellness, and as I said, also the mental, there's also the aspect of shall we call it carbon neutral. We're going green. We're planting a seed as Jubilee. We want to ask people to consider, you know, as in other countries, the option of not necessarily driving to work and, you know, doing all the carbon emissions that we normally do. Consider cycling. You know, in other countries, you'll find even prime ministers cycling to the office and things like that. Why couldn't we, as a country, begin to adopt a healthier way of living that does 2 things, takes care of your body, but also takes care of the environment. And in that way, we, you know, do the going green thing that we've all been talking about and save our planet, save ourselves, really, because the planet doesn't need saving. It's us guys that will get toasted. So I think that's one of the other things that I'd like to emphasize we are using this race to do, to amplify the going green. And then also, I think Desmond talked about Kura and that partnership. Yes. What that also helps us with is sensitizing road users on the other people on the road. So there's a cars, of course. There's a boda, which we know comes with all sorts of benefits, but also risks. And there's also cyclists. So this sponsorship and this event and the activities that we carry around it we use it as an opportunity to educate the general populace on that we are many of us on the road. Let's all take care of each other. Let's respect each other, essentially make room for everyone.
Yeah, and borders on your vision, as well as encouraging people to live free and change behavioral change. Behavioral
change, yeah. So I said that we're planting a seed on many levels. We're planting seeds at a mental level, so that, you know, how do you begin to work on your psychology and get better psychologically? Because I think that's actually a very big thing. And people don't take have not considered the benefit, or have not taken seriously the benefit of physical exertion on mental wellness. But it actually is quite a significant contributor in terms of getting better, and cycling is one way of doing it. Of course, there are various other ways. Then the other thing that we talked about, the physically, again, allows you to live, without matatizo, you know. We're saying kuishi bila vikwazo. Living free is kuishi bila vikwazo. Vikwazo is not just money. Vikwazo is also physically, if you're unable to get going because, you know, you're limping, I don't know, your back is aching, or my thighs, or my knees. These are things that we need to overcome. So yeah, I think that actually speaks to it. I think I also need to mention that we also have the financial planning, asset management. And as I said, financial problems can lead to other problems. And therefore, again, how do you live free financially? So we have this asset management offering, which is our Jubilee fixed money market fund and US dollar, both US dollar and Kenya shilling denominated. And that actually at about 5,000 bob, you can actually invest your money and begin to earn very good interest that can help you plan for whether it's a holiday, whether it's a birthday, whether it's an event that you're looking for. You can actually you know, put money aside at 16%. I mean, that's not bad. Yeah? Money lying in your M-Pesa account could be lying in a money market fund, and that's making money for you. And this is another way in which we are saying you can live free. Make your money work for you, put things aside, work with us to help you live better.
So financial independence and autonomy.
Financial independence, yes.
Desmond, for those who are interested, you have talked about 1,600 so far. Registration is still ongoing. Do they buy the bikes? Do you provide them?
No.
Someone pay for that period?
Well, what you're saying is many Kenyans actually have bicycles. If you drive around even Kilimani here, you'll see many bicycles on the balconies. So what you're saying is there's still a lot of potential. There's still a lot of potential. Many Kenyans have bicycles. I think probably it's just they don't know where and how. So we are saying that this race is very, very key and is an invitation to all kinds of cyclists. So let me tell you that this is the most inclusive race that you can ever have. What am I saying that? I'm saying that your Black Mamba guys are included. I'm saying that your family fun riders, you know, the guys who go to Karura every Sunday and just ride in there, they're also included. Even if you're on a tricycle, we are saying you can just come still and do 2 kilometers around Nyayo Stadium. Fully closed roads, of course. So even the kids are very, very safe. Moving up a notch higher, even paracyclists are also included in this race. You know, now we go to the main race. Now the main race itself even has like 6 subcategories. We're saying if you're under 14, you're in a separate category. If you're 14 to 23, you're in a separate category. Because as race organizers, we understand that all those segments have different abilities and capabilities. So we have again the elite now from 23 to 40, and wanaitwa wafinyi kabisa. Then from there we have the veterans, who are from 40 to 50, and the masters, like if you're 50 and above. So all those are subcategories, and that's why I think we're even able to attract such large numbers because of the inclusivity of this race. So with that, we are urging everyone with a bike, everyone who can cycle. You don't even have to have a bike. And if you go to a registration portal, there are links there from which you can hire a bike on event day. But we just advise guys to hire before coming on that day, so that at least you get your fitting right and all that.
Caroline, you have made an investment of about 60 million Kenya shillings to support this cause.
Yes.
It seems that's a huge commitment.
It's a huge commitment, and that speaks to, you know, that we mean what we say. We've put our money where our mouth is. And I think 60 million is just the Kenya shillings. I mean, there's a lot of other investment that we've made over time. The intellectual, you know, capacity that we bring to the race, the time, the human resource, that in itself is also quite a bit of investment. So 60 million shillings is the KES, but there's a whole lot more by way of all the other things that surround this race. Also, we've put a lot of amplification on it through our Maisha Fiti. Maisha Fiti is our wellness app. So that's one of the tools or instruments that we use at Jubilee to do exactly what we're saying, prevent things from occurring. So wellness is a major agenda. Maisha Fiti is a platform, and I would urge everyone to download it and get going, where we've created a sense of community, We track activities. You can get into challenges. Only this weekend, we had a major activation with the King of Squats. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that over here. But anyway, the point being that we put a lot of energy into development of this sport and this race in partnership with GNBR, as well as the greening. We have all these initiatives that we do with Desmond around planting fruit trees and
food sustainability,
food towers. So money is one thing, but I think the other thing is the time and also the effort and the other things that we invest in beyond the money to make it a real success. Yeah. Because the idea is to not just be in and out and to put our name over something. The idea here is to change behavior. The idea here is to create impact and to do so sustainably. Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, please.
Even just a rejoinder on that is the impact that this race has had on local cycling. The fact that this is a platform for cyclists across the region to showcase their prowess. Yeah? So there are several international. INEOS have a training ground now in Kaptagat. So do the people like Amani. So these are foreign who've come to invest here in local cycling, and so as to get local talent. Yeah? So we are saying that this race really is a platform for them to showcase. The Kenya Cycling Federation is also coming in big because they are going to use this race as a platform for them to select, as a selection platform for the African Championships, cycling championships that's going to happen in October this year. So really, this is a very, very big platform and for local talent to showcase their abilities also.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I understand your sister wing in Uganda is also sending representatives.
They're sending
now that's
100.
An increment from 50.
From
50 to 100.
Yes,
now.
to 100. Yes, so 100 cyclists. We're sponsoring them from the Uganda side to come over and participate. I think, Desmond, there's also the Europeans. I don't know. You're not talking about the Europeans. Are they not around? Yeah.
You mentioned Germany, but so far we have Eritrea, Ethiopia, the South African community, America, and France, and families for a day of sport and fun. Because I understand there are also other activities, including. More a festival that will be.
Actually, let me speak about that because I think that's the one thing that we are particularly keen on.
Yes.
But maybe before that, so he's talked about the growth of local participation and also, as we've talked about, the international people coming through. I think we have an ambition, Des, and I mean, I said it before. I think what we want to do in partnership with Kenya KTB, because we've also discussed this with them, is set up an even bigger event. We would like to do the Tour de Kenya. This is, I was quite miffed the other day to discover that Rwanda has actually done it. They have a Tour de Rwanda cycling. I thought we would be the first on the African continent, but that's not a problem. Collaboration is fine. So Tour de Kenya, the idea being to spread this beyond just Nairobi, some legs in other parts of Kenya and other legs in other parts of maybe East Africa, all culminating in something that's quite big. So as we go into the next phase, our ambition is actually bigger than just what it is now. So, we'll be here again to speak about that when it comes. As far as entertainment, as far as creating that sense of community fun, we have a very big setup. We have some musicians that we're going to be bringing in to kind of uplift the whole event. Heart the Band will be in the house. Calligraph will be in the house. We also have a huge array of hype masters, Zumba, Rumba, DJs. So that whole, entertainment aspect is also going to be quite significant. And I have to acknowledge that our sister company, DTB, has been very gracious to partner with us on that. So give them some props for that. Then beyond that, there's a kiddie zone, kiddie activities, because as we've said, it's a family affair. So children, welcome to participate in the race, both kiddie and family, but also for other things. So there'll be a fun zone where we have all sorts of games and things for them to enjoy. And then for the grown-ups as well, we have adult spaces for enjoyment. And essentially, basically, the idea there is to create a festival, a bonanza, if you like.
Okay. Desmond, when is the day?
It's on 29th September.
So that is in 4 days' time?
In 4 days' time.
From today.
And
falls on a Sunday.
It's on a Sunday morning. Very cool morning. I think the weather forecaster said it's going to be a very cool morning. Yeah. So previously we've had a lot of rain. We're really crossing our fingers, but it's going to be a fantastic day. So we are saying that with our partners, Kenya Urban Roads Authority and the traffic police at large, we're going to have closed roads. So, but we'll have a press briefing on that where at least they will explain exactly how that will happen. But we are telling guys to come in by or before 6 a.m. So that you can get parking inside Nyayo Stadium. So if you don't get parking there, of course, there are other areas in the periphery where you can park and still come and be part of this. So Sunday, 6 a.m., be at Nyayo Stadium. The first race will be the Black Mamba, which will kick off at 7 a.m. Then the other races now will follow progressively after that. Yes.
Unless Arsenal is playing, I plan to be there.
No, I mean, it won't be playing at 7 a.m.
Exactly.
Do you cycle?
I enjoy playing football, but I won't deny an opportunity to come on board.
No. We are urging all Kenyans, young and old, and even if you don't cycle, you can come support. You can just come, walk in. There's lots of activities. You can interact with sponsors on the ground because they've really made intricate exhibition stands there. All the partners that we have, just come interact, see what this is all about. If you're into health, if you're into cycling or any sport for that matter. So this is really the place for you to be.
Caroline, your final word.
So guys, karibuni sana to the Jubilee Live Free Race in partnership with the Grand Nairobi Bike Race. We look forward to hosting you on Sunday, the 29th. If you're cycling, come early. If you're not, I think we open the gates when do the roads come in? Because not everybody will be cycling. From about 12 o'clock.
From about 12:30, the roads now will be open
and
for
you can just come
for the rest of the
for the rest of the activities.
Your time is appreciated, ladies and gentlemen, and lovely having you here. Caroline Ndongo is from Jubilee Holdings. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And Desmond Momanyi is the organizer of the Grand Nairobi Bike Race. Your time is all appreciated. And we look forward to what will otherwise be panning out as a beautiful Sunday by the grace of God this coming Sunday.
Amen. This
gentleman is called Mbugwa. Was talking about the price of this bicycle.
Tutaongea nyuma ya tent.
Thank you for waking up with us here on the broadcast since 6 a.m. And we thank you, much appreciated, for your feedback. The hashtag on X has been Citizen Daybreak. The SMS code, as ever, is 22422 at Citizen TV Kenya and at Ayub Abdikadir. Trevor will be with you tomorrow morning here by the grace of God, and we'll see you next week here on the broadcast. Till then, good morning.